Hello, my name is Joe Wilkes from Joe's Bus Train Plane Lift Adventures, and welcome to a very special documentary on what is going to be coming up on the show tonight. So anyway, time to cue those titles. So then, welcome to the programme. You're joined by me, Joe Wilkes, as your presenter for tonight. As tonight we'll be focusing on bus changes. Yes, there's going to be quite a lot of bus changes going on around wherever you are, but tonight we're talking on Telford in Shropshire. And of course, it is provided by the bus operator Arriva. And apparently, Arriva, Telford, is going to be making changes to certain routes. Some routes are going to be getting withdrawn, some new routes added, and some routes are going to be extended to replace some of the routes. So anyway, and of course, some journeys may have to change. So anyway, let's start. So the first route is the number 4 from Madeley through Woodside to Telford, Wellington, and the Princess Royal Hospital, and then on to Ligomere. And of course, the timetable is being revised slightly to ensure that all early morning journeys will start from the stop located by the Foresters Arms in Madeley. And of course, we will talk about the new timetables when they come out. So if you've got any information, please make your way to the Telford travel shop located in the bus station, where the staff in there will help you for your needs of service. The next route is one of my favourite commercial routes, the 5 and 5A from Telford to Donington to Muxton to Newport and into Stafford in Staffordshire. And of course, that is one of my favourite routes. And of course, there's going to be some amendments to the timetable to improve the punctuality, and a number of early morning and evening journeys are having to be withdrawn to better match the demands that they receive. The 5:40 Telford to Stafford will commence from Newport at 6:30 from Mondays to Fridays, and the 6:30 Telford to Stafford will depart at 6:40 and will operate 10 minutes later throughout Mondays to Fridays. The 8:10 Telford to Stafford will commence in Newport at 10 to 9. And that will be on Sundays. And the 6:10 service from Donington to Telford will be withdrawn Mondays to Saturdays due to lack of usage. And the 18:25 Stafford to Telford will depart Stafford at 18:45 Mondays to Saturdays. The 18:40 Donington to Telford will be withdrawn Mondays to Fridays due to lack of usage. And the 18:55 Stafford to Telford will be withdrawn from Mondays to Fridays. And for certain other routes, and like the 8:10 Telford to Stafford will terminate at Newport Mondays to Saturdays. 21:35 Stafford to Telford will be withdrawn Mondays to Saturdays, and then the 10:10 in the evening Telford to Newport will be withdrawn on Mondays to Saturdays. And of course, we'll come up with that new timetable soon. Anyway, coming up, the number 7 Telford to Donington to Trench to Hadley, and then on to Wellington. A revised timetable will result in an increased frequency on Mondays to Fridays between Wellington and Telford, with up to 3 buses an hour. So that's going to also be confirmed. We'll show you the new timetable anytime soon. Now, of course, there's a new route coming to Telford. The 7A, Newport to Muxton to Donington to Trench to Hadley to Wellington. And the route is going to replace the current Route 897 to provide one morning peak journey from Newport and Muxton to Telford College and Wellington on college days only, with the return journey in the afternoon peak, the 897 service will no longer be operated, as the 7A is going to be as the 7A will be the new number for the service. And of course, it is not a public service, it's only like a college bus, like a school service. Now there's some new routes that is going to be coming in, the 11 and the 11A. And don't think you're going to confuse it with Dudley's to Walsall service. So Telford to Lawley to Wrekin Retail Park, Alston and even to Wellington. The frequency of this route is being reduced to hourly, however, as a direct result of feedback from customers in the Lawley area, the service is going to be extended to serve the Wrekin Retail Park for the Tesco Extra store and Wellington, with connections on the Route 15 at Wellington bus station to provide an easy link to Princess Royal Hospital. And also the route will also start serving the new housing on Bryce Way and Proctor Avenue, providing better commuter links to the railway station at Telford Central at peak times of day on Monday to Friday, and offer a quicker and more efficient link between Telford and Alston. And that we will show you the new timetable when they come out. And now the 13, Telford to Overdale, to Ketley Bank and to Wellington. The 10 past 5 journey from Telford in the evening from Telford to Ketley Bank on Mondays to Saturdays will depart at 5:15. Will depart at 5:15 and will operate 5 minutes later throughout to improve the reliability. Now the 15, Telford to Hadley to Princess Royal Hospital, Shawbirch and Admaston, and then on to Wellington. The section of the route between Wellington and Alston is going to be added as the new 11 route, operating up to every 60 minutes on Mondays to Saturdays and offering a quicker and more efficient link between Telford and Alston. Now the 16 towards Roden via Wellington and Shawbirch and even up to Highercle at the request Charlton School, following the recent decision to alter timings for the school day. Arriva will be revising the timetable slightly going forward to the 15:30 journey from Charlton School on school days. Will depart at 3:20 in the afternoon and will operate 10 minutes earlier. The 15:38 journeys from Wellington on non-school days and Saturdays will depart at 15:28 in the afternoon and will operate 10 minutes earlier as too. And now the Telford 19 to Ironbridge and Atcham and Shrewsbury. That route was a new route extended to Shrewsbury last year, replacing sections of the 9 through Dawley and down the Jiggers Bank and the 96 through Atcham into Shrewsbury. And of course all journeys have been diverted to serve the new housing on Bryce Way and Proctor Avenue in Lawley. And of course the X4, which is a slightly fast service, Telford to Lawley to Wellington to Shrewsbury. All journeys on route X4 will be diverted to operate through Lawley area. So that is going to be added onto my list. Now the Tesco free bus, well, this is it. This service will no longer be operating. The provision of a free bus is being withdrawn by the supermarket chain Tesco, so the route will now cease to operate due to the end of the tender, as the service is no longer commercially viable. And the replacement service to this site on the Wrekin Retail Park and Tesco will be provided on the number 11 route, with buses up to every 60 minutes between Telford and Wellington on Mondays to Saturdays. So please check on bus and on social media for additional updates. So this is it. Arriva is going to be having major changes, and make sure you keep up to date and subscribe to Joe's Bus Train Plane Lift Adventures. Thank you for watching.